Hi guys, I'm here to talk about antenatal clinic and specifically the first one. And why we are talking about the first one is because there are things that we do that maybe you would want to know what is usually done. Why do we have to give blood samples, urine samples? So I want to take you through the antenatal profile. What is done in the antenatal profile? So the first test that we do is the hemoglobin levels. So hemoglobin levels in simple is testing about your blood. So the level of the hemoglobin level means that we are checking on how efficient your blood is to carry oxygen. Specifically, we know that in pregnancy we need more oxygen to various vital organs and also to the uterus, specifically also to the baby. So that's why we want to see the hemoglobin levels. And this one will tell us whether we should add on the iron supplements and also giving you a health message on how to add on the iron levels. The second thing we do is the blood type. That is a blood group, if you have heard of blood group. So we want to know which blood group do you have. So there are 4 blood groups that are there. We have blood group O, A, B, and AB. So these blood groups, the importance of having them or knowing, it is because at some point we may need blood. Also, to compare your blood group together with your baby's possible blood groups. So your blood group could give a look or maybe an overview of what possible blood groups your baby could have. So this is very, very important. The other thing we do is testing for sexually transmitted infections. Specifically, we check for infections that can be harmful or can be a threat to pregnancy and also to your unborn fetus, and also that could affect you seriously or could be also transmitted to the fetus. So we check for some 3 sexually transmitted infections, and the first one is syphilis. So syphilis is tested because you could give syphilis to your unborn baby, and when it is found to be positive, treatment is started immediately, and the goodness is that it could be treated. So syphilis is a sexually transmitted infection. Another one that we do check is a human immunodeficiency virus. That is the HIV/AIDS. So this STI is tested because we know that despite having no cure, we have a way of reducing the chances of you getting other infections and also transmitting to the baby. So we know with HIV, we are able to manage it through medications. Managing it and keeping it under control. So that means we are still safe, but we have to take action for us to be safe. So if you're HIV positive, you'll be put on some drugs and which you just take continuously. And also the baby who will be born will be started on some preventive drugs or prophylactic drugs immediately after delivery, and they will continue until around 6, maybe after the exclusive breastfeeding. So this is great, and it is important and very important to be tested for HIV. Remember, these sexually transmitted infections could be important when done to both partners, so that any partner who could be suffering from any of them is treated and counseling done, and all continues well. So another infection is hepatitis B. As we know, hepatitis B will affect the liver, and so we are also testing for this so that we can know whether we need to begin any controlling medications. So these infections have to be tested, and they're important so that we enhance the health of you and the baby. So another test that is done is a urine analysis, or urinalysis. So this urinalysis is done to test for any urinary tract infections. It also detects a presence of items that could show the health of the kidney, including the proteins. We're also checking for maybe sugars. It also helps to detect any the hikes in sugars or dehydration. So urinalysis, it is an important test which you'll be asked to give a urine sample, and it is tested, and the results will be treated as efficiently. Any infections are treated and also any other issues found out there. So a malaria test is also usually necessary, mostly done as compulsory in malaria endemic areas, but also in some other areas you find it very important, especially in Kenya. We do it very frequently because malaria is a bad disease in pregnancy. If not treated, if it goes untreated, we know that it attacks your red blood cells and make sure that you don't have enough blood, and also could have a hiding place at the placenta where the baby is also receiving nutrients. So malaria is a disease that has to be tested and treatment offered promptly if it is there. So whenever you have traveled long distances, it's also usually good to report so that if you have any symptoms of malaria, you can also be tested not only in the antenatal profile, but also in subsequent clinics. So the last thing we look about is the blood sugar level. So a blood sugar level tested gives an outline of how maybe your sugars are, and helps to detect any deviations from normal. As we know, sometimes some people will have deviation of sugars because of pregnancy. So it is always good that we do the blood sugar levels. So remember that all these things are tested during the first visit, which we usually go in the first trimester, and they are important to be tested. So whenever you are asked for blood samples and all that, give them. Also, it shows us the importance of going for the first antenatal clinics. If you didn't go for preconception, you are here for the first antenatal clinic. It is always going to go. And we know, of course, there are other things that go on, like screening for tuberculosis and other chronic illnesses. So thank you so much. Ensure to attend the antenatal clinics, and I wish you all the best in your pregnancy. Bye.